Hey, what's going on, family and friends? Man, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you guys had a great Thursday. It is one day closer to Friday. Thank goodness. It's been a long work week for myself. And oh man, you guys know how it is. If you don't, boom, here we go. It's time for music.
I got a strike while the iron is hot. One of one, don't follow flocks. Man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 glory, yeah, I'm fresh out the shop. Let's go bowling. I'm an expert on the lane. Yeah, smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game. And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless an X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cut for the right vibe. I got the answers, you going live with Bowtie.
Guys, you already know this is your main man, your host, Mr. Bowtie himself, Brandon Grant. And like I said, I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. More and more cases are starting to come out because more and more things are starting to open. But please be safe wherever you go or wherever you are. Tonight's guest, oh my goodness, Tennelle Milligan. If you guys don't know her, have you never met her, haven't seen her bowl, don't know her story, she is here in the hot seat. Asked away. I told you, we hold no punches over here. Hey, don't let her off easy, guys. But look, I'm gonna bring my girl Tennelle to the screen. What's up, T?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh man, I'm making it. Just enjoying the weather out here in Southern California.
Don't make me sad. That's where I'm from.
You're from where?
I'm from the city of Orange.
Oh, I know where that is.
I was born and raised in Orange, California, on Lemon Street.
I know exactly where Lemon Street is.
Yep, that's right there in Orange, California. So when you're telling me about this beautiful Southern California weather, it's, and I'm living here in beautiful Texas. Don't get me wrong. I love Texas, but we're getting to triple digits now.
Oh, wait, I have to come to look. I'm coming to bowl in Plano next weekend.
Oh my goodness. Bring air conditioning with you. It's going to be warm. I promise you.
Are you serious?
Very serious. It's going to be warm, but you're bowling at Plano Super Bowl?
Well, I don't know. I just play, maybe. I don't know.
Well, wherever you're going in Texas, the air conditioning works well, so you'll be all right. Stay inside.
Oh, okay, that's the plan. Where look, bowl inside, and then once I finish bowling, go to wherever restaurant we're gonna eat at. Give me some AC there. Go wherever the house where I'm staying. Make sure the AC is going. Period. Point blank.
Oh yes.
Because like I said, that's not between the Southern California heat and the Texas heat. Two totally different heats.
You're telling me. I moved to Texas in 2009, and I was pregnant in the summer.
Wow. Oh, you were miserable.
Oh, it was. Oh, so I mean, if I could handle that, I can handle this hot seat. We're good.
So what was the purpose of moving to Dallas or to Texas?
So in 2009, my husband, Jason Milligan, got offered a job with USBC. Working in research and technician, and he is the ultimate bowling ball. I call him the bowling ball geek nerd. We're bowling nerds. That's our family, and it was his dream job. He wanted to be in the industry, so he said, "What do you think?" And since tour was done, and he allowed me to live, to pursue my dream to go out on tour. Yep. At that time, I'm like, "All right, let's go. Let's do what you want to do at this point. I'll follow you. I'll work wherever. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever." But that's what he wanted to do, and lo and behold, we're still here being bowling nerds.
Well, that's a good thing. So where are you actually located?
I am in Mansfield, Texas, which is just south of Arlington. So we're about 20 minutes. You can say 20 minutes from Arlington from work. We're about 30 minutes from Dallas and about 30 minutes from Fort Worth.
Okay. Because like I said, I know I bowl at, let's see. Do you know this guy? You know Larry Spacer?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. Oh my goodness.
Larry
Hi,
Baker
Lauren.
is my buddy. Like, so I boat league with Larry, and one day I walked in the bowling alley, and Larry had a bow tie on. Said, "Hey, this is for you, bro." Like, he made my day. Like, Larry, that is my guy there.
Oh, this show's gonna make me so sad.
No, we're you gotta be sad.
I know. It feels like old home week, so hopefully some of those SoCal folks are chiming in.
Oh yeah, they're gonna chime in for sure. I'm sure they will. Look, hi, say hi to mom and dad. Look at
Oh,
them.
you're closer to them. Please go see them. They're still in the same house.
Are
They've
they
been
really?
there for almost 50 years.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow. So how often do you come back home then?
Not often enough, unfortunately. When PWBA was out on the road, we'd have a stop in Fountain Valley, and I guess I could say kind of selfish reasons. We had a stop in Fountain Valley, my home away from home. So, but I don't get out there enough. We did a surprise trip it'll be 2 years now, and Christmas Eve, nobody knew we were coming, and we just knocked on the door. So hopefully we'll get back out there soon.
Okay.
Once all this crazy COVID-19 travel precautions, I could hop in a car now and drive my 24 hours to get there.
I will never, ever, ever drive to Texas again. Ever. No.
You can stop halfway in El Paso.
Oh my goodness. That is the absolute worst drive ever.
Yes, it is a very long one. So you better have a really good playlist.
Seriously, because I remember like falling asleep, waking up still in Texas, falling asleep, waking back up still. I said, when is this place going to end?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah. But no, Regina Stokes, look, if you hit that on the top right corner, you see live comments over there for you. Yeah, you can hit that and you can see people speaking to you too.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Regina. I'm gonna miss seeing you guys at Junior Gold as well, but it will be back again. Unfortunately, we just got to keep everybody safe. Don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Don't know what's gonna happen next January. But in the meantime, thank goodness for Facebook.
Man, seriously, I see. I was like anti-Facebook. I didn't want it, and then I was like missing a lot of tournaments. They was like, dude, it's on Facebook. And I was like, I'm not on Facebook. So if you know about it, just tell me. And they was like, no, get Facebook. So now I have Facebook. I only use it for bowling people only, like people that I coach with or coach against or high school, they friend request me, denied. Like but that's what I use it for. It's not to socialize with everybody else because I can, talk to you guys anywhere.
That's right. Yeah. Facebook for me has been a blessing just to keep track of folks back home, that, we may have seen each other bowl league on, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, whatever it was growing up. Right. And just looking now and going, oh my gosh, look at their family. I love following, and their kids are doing amazing things. And, it makes me happy on there just to be able to see them and to share, my daughter, Abby, her Abby bowling updates on Saturday mornings.
Yeah. Look, Kim Green asks, hi there. How many USBC Queen titles do you have?
I have one USBC crown. I did finish second, and I have finished fifth in that event, but I do have one crown to my resume. So I don't walk around with it too often. Once in a while. But not
who did you beat?
That year for USBC Queens was Anne-Marie Dugan.
Okay. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What was it like? Come out, I have my questions, and I know our viewers have theirs. What was it like to make Team USA?
All right. Well, yeah, it's, you hear the whole, you go back and it's the cliche of you love to hear the national anthem and you love to, yes, that is so true. That is so true for anybody from any country that they're from. You stand up there proudly. Right. The year that I made Team USA, well, I got to represent Team USA as a junior in 1997. This was before Junior Team USA.
Okay.
And they picked you from there. So I got that experience. In 1999, I made Team USA. And I had a coach at the time, Jim Lee. May he rest in peace, but he didn't want me to bowl for Team USA. He wanted me to go out on tour. He was anti-Team USA. Just, nope, don't do it. His big thing was you can't buy steak with gold medals.
That's a good one.
It was a good one. And, I wanted to do it. I didn't want any what ifs. That's no what ifs in my life. So I went out, did it. It was, I just didn't realize how big it was. I always saw Julie Gardner. I saw Linda Barnes. I looked up to them. Kim Terrell, they were all on Team USA. So I wanted, to try it. I wanted to see what it was like. And to make it was amazing, and got to go to the Pan American Games that year and got a big old gold medal, big old fat gold medal. I brought it back home. Jim was, sadly, he was dying of cancer at the time. And I brought it back home, handed it over to Jim and said, hey, check it out. And he put it on and he said it was cool. He goes, this is cool. So that to me made it all well worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
The approval from that. But anybody that is thinking about, it's Team USA, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It is absolutely the biggest deal, and everybody should try it at least once.
Yep.
Just get out there. And if it wasn't a big deal, then why are a lot of the big names trying to do it?
Yes.
And again, you're not buying steak with gold medals still.
And that's a great saying. But like you said, it's also just going out there winning and standing on that podium and then playing that national anthem. It has to have some kind of feeling that shoots through your body like, oh my goodness, what just happened? Yeah,
it is. It's you're hearing the national anthem and you hear the words differently when you're up on the podium. I don't know, it's because you're higher and you're closer to the speakers, but you completely hear it in a different way.
Right.
I've heard it by being on the podium, and I've heard it by being behind the scenes where other athletes have been on the podium, and it still is. It's touching. I hear it when we're at a sporting event, and you're listening, but I think you listen a little differently when it's, Olympic time.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because when I watch just the Olympics, period, and USA wins and they walk in and they play that national anthem, even though I'm watching it on TV, I still feel some type of way. It's like it's a different, it's the same song, but it's a different hearing.
Yep. And I don't know if that's because the flag's coming down in the background. Maybe I'll try that at the next event that we play a national anthem. We'll start lowering flags, but it's an amazing experience.
No. Look, Denise Blackman asks, how many 300s and what's your highest series?
Ooh, 300. It's been a long time since I've pulled a 300. I think I have 24 of them, and my highest series is an 844. Oh,
wow. You was out there striking.
I didn't even realize I was striking till the end. I was bowling a youth adult league at Fountain Bowl on Monday nights, and we were just out there bowling, having a good time, really trying to help the kids. And lo and behold, I looked like, I think I just bowled 844.
Wow.
I wasn't even paying attention. It was the weirdest thing. I ran down to the pro shop and took my sheet, and my husband was in there with Barry Asher at the pro shop, and I handed it to him, and they were just like, is this made up scores? What did you do?
Wow. And I could just see Barry now just like, really? I could just see his whole, just his emotion and just what he talked to you about. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah. So 844. I've only had 2 800 series in my entire life. That's one of them, and an 804. So I am very proud of that because it is higher than my husband's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not competitive or anything, so it's okay.
Look, hey, Regina asked, hey, she said, we love Abby updates. On mommy's shoes.
Oh, I hope she follows her dreams. Would I be very proud if she was out there with bowling shoes on and striking them up and hopefully not having the same attitude as mommy? Yes. Right now she's got cleats on. She's at softball practice. She's playing softball this summer, but I hope one day she maybe takes bowling at a different level, but that's totally up to her. I don't coach her. We have the same last name, so that doesn't work in our family. It just doesn't work. I allow others to help her out. She'll listen to them. She doesn't listen to mom.
Hey, that's how it goes. Like we could tell our kids the same thing the other person is telling them, but for some reason, it just doesn't go through when we talk.
Nope.
I don't know what it is.
So I just sit there and go,
Yeah. She does something. Oh, that was a good job, Abby. Way to go.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. I agree. Ron Sims Jr., he says the field general, the sergeant at arms, the big mama of the PWBA. She run a tight ship out on the PWA tour. Good stuff. So do you still compete?
Oh, not really. I do not bowl any tournaments anymore. Nothing at a high level. I do bowl league when I can. Still competitive. I still want to win. There's no doubt about that. But as far as tournaments, no, I don't. Maybe city tournament, mixed state, just things that I enjoy going out and just really having a great time. Maybe having a drink or
what's in your red cup?
Well, in my orange cup.
Oh, orange cup.
It's orange because I'm from Orange, remember?
Yeah.
I've been on this pineapple wine kick from Aldi. It's like $2 chuck from Trader Joe. It's the greatest.
But it sounds really good, though.
It is really good. It is. It's refreshing. But no, I don't compete anymore. And yes, I do run a tight ship.
Yeah, that's what we hear. That is what we hear. I don't know. Look,
I can compete.
In 2003, bowling against Care Honeychurch, how was the pressure feeling to strike on your final shot to win that title?
Oh goodness! In Memphis, Tennessee.
Like I did my homework.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you for remembering that I did bowl, not just running bowling events.
Yeah.
Winchester Bowl, Memphis, Tennessee. See, I remember these things because it was the second to the last stop before tour ended. And that show, I still consider it a major in my mind because it was an all lefty show. And me.
Oh, wow.
And me. So
yes. Hey, stop right there really quick. Guys, all my lefties, you guys suck. You guys suck. Yes.
I didn't say it.
Yes. Okay, now go ahead and finish your story.
Okay. Well, both my parents are left-handed. Both of them are left-handed. So, but it was a great show. Ran the ladder, got to Cara. Cara, oh my gosh, she's a beast. She never missed, ever. She never missed a spare. If she left one up, that girl struck a lot, and she was just amazing. So to go up and knees were shaking, a rib was out of place. It was a lot of things, and to go up and needing a strike to win, I think is what everybody wants to do, right. and actually do it. So it was one of the best feelings I've ever had in bowling. So don't be nervous, people. Go out there, channel those nerves into strikes, and it was, yeah. It's still, I love it.
And look, that's not the same with spouses or boyfriend, girlfriend. Boo, I don't agree. Said we were talking about. You already know when we were talking about listening. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And see, this is the chef. She was on a show maybe a couple weeks ago. She thinks she can cook.
She thinks she can cook. I guarantee you, she can cook.
Yeah, some of her food looks good. I just don't eat soul food as much. But if she fixes some enchiladas, I'm all in.
All right,
and she has great tacos too.
Well, where's Denise live? And I gotta make a visit.
Moreno Valley.
Ah, okay. So just another excuse for me to go home.
So there you go. DeJuan Clark said, "Hey, Tennelle."
Oh, hi, DeJuan. Love DeJuan.
Yes, DeJuan.
DeJuan was my youth director. Yep.
Another one of our star of stars.
DeJuan was my youth director when he was running the Greater Los Angeles Junior All-Stars.
And he told me about that. He said it was the best of the best.
It was, anybody who was a youth bowler in Southern California wanted to bowl All-Stars. And it was a draft. So you had all your team captains and you got into it. And I wasn't, oh, hello.
Right. I'm like, whoa.
I wasn't eligible because I didn't have a book average that year of 180. I think you had to have 180 and I wasn't eligible, but my very good friend, Ed Gardner, went to bat.
Ed Gardner. Oh my God.
You know Ed?
Yes, I know Ed.
Ed was in my wedding. Yeah. Oh.
Yes, I know. Ed is my buddy. That is my guy.
Yes. Again, Southern California. I love you all. But yeah, so DeJuan accepted Ed's, submission, and I got into Greater LA All-Stars. And I mean, if it wasn't for Greater LA Junior All-Stars, if it wasn't for the Junior Amateur Tour, if it wasn't for any of those leagues, I don't think I would have had the success that I had. Bowling.
Wow, that's big time right there.
I mean, there was a lot of big names that came from those, and I truly believe if it wasn't for a lot of those youth directors in Southern California that are still, I mean, some of them are still doing it. Thanks to all of them that are still around and pushing, and Dave Yamo, he's still running JATs. He's still
and I'm trying to get Yamo on the show. Yes.
Yes. But if it wasn't for Southern California's such deep bowling history and the competitive athletes that were there, I would not have been as successful as I was.
Wow. Hey, look, Ron Sim said, "Hey, so what was your biggest lesson learned on tour?"
Whew. Biggest lesson learned definitely was you were good, but there was always going to be somebody better. So if you wanted to beat them, you better work.
Yeah.
You better work. You better be grateful, and you better be humble. There was some times out there that, sometimes I wasn't so humble. I thought how come this didn't work? Well, I figured out that I didn't work as hard. And then when I got that through my skull and people talked to me about it, I had really good mentors.
Wow.
That's when things got better. So it was really learning and watching. And I mean, those are the lessons. Those are the lessons learned.
Oh, wait, he had another part too. What do you say? How does the tour different today than when you bowled?
It is completely different. It's still competitive. I don't want to say it's more competitive, but the girls are the girls were smart then. We were smart, the people before us, but all the knowledge that is available now, I think just puts everybody ahead of the game. What the athletes can do with bowling balls now, workout regimens, everything is so much greater. If you want to be out there week in and week out with these athletes, you better be an athlete. You better be smart. You better know what your bowling equipment. You better know what you got to do next. You got to take chances. Don't rely on somebody else because they're not the one throwing it for you. Now listen to them, get the knowledge, soak it all up, but you're the one who's going to have to put the work in. And a lot different because we're not out like we were before, where we were out 9 weeks in a row, 3 weeks off, 9 weeks in a row. It was a 5-day, 6-day ordeal. Where now the ladies are, it's, weekend warriors, for 14 weeks with some majors in there. It's crammed in there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. It is jam packed. So again, all more reasons that you have to be ready to go. The athleticism, just everything. So that's what makes it a little bit more different, is that it's a little bit more jam packed. Doesn't mean that they're bowling more games necessarily. It's just less time.
So when you bowled, it was 9 weeks on, 3 weeks off, 9 weeks on, 3 weeks off.
Yeah. And then, we would, sprinkle in an event here or there. I think I bowled 20 tournaments in a year. And I was out on tour from 2000 until it ended in 2003. That was July of 2003.
Wow. That's a lot there.
Yeah. And we traveled cross country. We were all over the place.
What is your, Kenny Saxon's asked, what is your highest average ever in any league?
204. No, I don't.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, whoa.
I think maybe 220, 223. I think that's what it was. I think, I don't know. But it was a little bit higher than 204.
Okay. Hey, Regina said, PWBA events have been canceled. Do you have any plans for any special events for the ladies, similar to what the men are doing, such as the Summer Clash?
So we're looking into different possibilities for PWBA. Sadly, yes, we had to cancel our season this year. We don't know what's happening. Some centers are open, some aren't. It's unfortunate for all of, the athletes. It's unfortunate for our staff. It's unfortunate for the bowling proprietors. It's unfortunate for you, the fans. My heart hurts for all of you, but we are not stopping to look to make sure, once we know more, it's safe out there, that we can look into possibilities for special events later in the year. We just don't know when or what at this time, but we are working on many different scenarios of what could happen if, we get the green light and says go. Right.
How hard was that decision to say, hey, we're going to just cancel the whole season?
Heartbreaking. It was hard. We were, talking and holding out hope for a long time of, this is going to pass. We're going to get good. Everything's going to be fine. Centers are going to open. States are going to open. We're going to be okay. And then as we got, further into, the season, we were well into our season already, and the calendar just was not on our side. So to make sure that the ladies and, everybody involved had time to start planning other stuff,
right,
that was the tough decisions. They weren't just made overnight.
You lost a lot of sleep over that, I'm sure.
Look, I don't. Yes, I still don't sleep.
Wow.
Because I'm thinking, what can happen. So our trustee team, our executives, everybody that's working, we're working hard, and trying to figure out what can happen later.
Hey, Roland Franken asks, there's a rumor that the PWBA will do a World Series. Is that true?
I don't like rumors there, Ronald. Rumors are bad, and they just spread like wildfires, and that's why they're rumors. We're looking into special events, but World Series, that's PBA. That's PBA, and God bless them, and I'm glad that they're doing something for bowling.
There you go. Let's see. Any thoughts about the Lucy this year? Are they still having it?
They are still having it. They are absolutely still having the striking against breast cancer mixed doubles down in Houston, the end of July. Donna and her team work night and day on this event, 24/7, 365. Mm-hmm. And it is a great event. And, same thing, Donna, thank you for having an event. I'm heartbroken that they cannot have a bowl at the pro event. That raised a lot of money for the foundation. That was a big part of it. They're still going to have bowling. They're still going to crown champions out there. But really the meat and potatoes to that one is the pro-ams.
Oh, yes. And like all the kids love that event.
Yes. And she's not going to have that this year because of, safety, just making sure everybody's healthy. You don't want to take those chances, but there are ways that you can still support her. So, many people are doing fundraisers online. You can still donate to the cause. So if you, wanted to take part of it, you still can.
Absolutely. Because I've seen several things, even though I wanted to bowl, but some things happened, so I couldn't bowl this year. But I am looking forward to bowling next year for sure.
It's such a fun event. I've bowled it a few times myself, and it is it's just a great event.
There you go. Hey, with the shorter format in the PWBA, do you think it allows more ladies an opportunity to compete?
With the shorter format as in time? Are you talking about time frames? The Thursday, Friday, Saturday? I think so. I think it allows, those locals. We want to have locals come out. The ones that are a little bit nervous to try it on a full-time basis.
Yes.
But definitely, you can come out. You don't have to take that much time off if you have a full-time job. You can take your PTO and say, okay, I'm going to go out Thursday, maybe work half day, come out Thursday, only have to take, a full day on Friday if they have to work on Saturday. But yes, I definitely think it will help some ladies decide, I want to try this. And when PWBA rolls back into your town, and if you've ever had thoughts about trying it out, please do so. Try that out. Or we also have introduced the PWBA regional program. We brought that back out. No national champions can bowl. This is something that is more for the folks that are a little bit, intimidated and want to try it without jumping into the, with the big sharks.
Jumping into the big, you're absolutely right. That's how it is.
But they want to get their feet wet. They want to try it out and go, oh, it's not so scary.
Right.
And then they get out there and they're like, oh, I'm bowling next to Liz Johnson. No big deal. But then you watch her and you're like, oh my God, she is a big deal.
You're going to be like, because Liz looks very, very intimidating when she's bowling.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like when you look at her and you're like a new booty out there and you're looking, you're like, oh my gosh, like that's Liz Johnson. But at the same time, you're like, don't look over there because I have to focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. Yes.
You put on your blinders and you're like, don't look. But then all of a sudden you're like, ooh.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And our athletes, the ladies, they're amazing. They're very kind. You come out, they'll help you. Always, that's part of what it is. It's an encouragement. Nobody wants to see anybody crying because they're a little bit scared, and that's not what we're there for. We're there to help. It may seem intimidating, it may seem very, oh, she's mean, but it's really just trying to get the job done.
Yeah, that's like, I remember when it was me, Harvey, and Ari out in Vegas, and when you guys were bowling at Texas Station.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we were out there looking, and I was kind of seeing Diana Z, and she was sitting there like, she looks intimidating, and it's so funny. But then when you start talking to them after the fact, they are like some of the most humblest women that you'll ever talk to.
Yeah, when they put those shoes on and they get on the lanes, they're athletes. They're trying to get a job done. They're trying to concentrate. Not that they're, don't want to say, hey, and give, they're not hugging you, while they're bowling. But at the same time, off the lanes, hey, they're just like you.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, look, Roland said, how will the 2021 schedule look like? We were looking forward to the Columbus, Ohio stop.
Yes, we are looking to go to Columbus back in 2020 as well. Wayne Webb and Elaine, their fabulous host. 21 schedule is almost complete. We're going to get ready to announce it. We are still working on it. That one has not been canceled at this time. But we are preparing. That schedule was completed back in January. Just waiting on a few things, crossing the T's, dotting the I's.
Right.
When the time is right, we will have a full announcement of where you can come see us in 21.
That's awesome. How much do you have? How much input do you have when it comes to scheduling?
I make the schedule. That's me.
Oh.
I'm the schedule maker. Let's look at where we're going. The way I base it is, I have a team that I work with, of course.
Of course.
This is what I propose. This is where we go. And once they see it, they're like, does that work in the schedules? And they say, it's yes. There's really never it doesn't. So the way we kind of work it out is based on our majors. With the USBC Queens, that tournament is held with the women's championships. So wherever the women's championships is, that's where the Queens will be. And so we'll move things around. We'll try, if the Queens is on the West Coast, U.S. Women's Open Players Championship would either be, somewhere in the middle of the country or, on the East Coast. We try to move it that way where it's not so, all the events are just on the West. We have to we move them across.
Okay. Hey, look, Ronald Sims, as Tour Championships was going to be in Richmond, right?
It was going to be in Richmond in conjunction with our awesome partners at the International Richmond Raceway, but not this year.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Ron, COVID killed y'all, bro. I hate to say it.
It just knocked us all out.
And you already touched on this one, but just like I said, for people that caught on late, growing up in California as a junior bowler, who were you didn't answer this one. Who were some of your fiercest competitors, and how did that help you and your success?
Oh, let's see. As a youth bowler,
mm-hmm.
As a youth bowler. So when I was younger, a long time ago, bowling, I really remember a lady, Kelly Estrada, Brandy Corbin, Christy White, Dina Brash. I didn't really bowl against Dina, but I remember as a little kid, my sister did. So I played Barbies under the table, but I still watched a lot of bowling. There was other ladies as it got older. Kathy Krasner was an extremely competitive opponent. Mary Davin. There was just a bunch. Tracy O'Leary. The list can go on and on. But those were the female bowlers that kept you on your toes.
Right.
That, you wanted. That's who you wanted to bowl against, and you wanted to beat them, and they wanted to beat you, but that's just the competitive side of it. And then as we got older, the younger ones started to filter in. Everybody knows her as Missy Parkin, but I know her as Missy Bellander. Missy came into the scene, and so you got to bowl with some amazing athletes. And it was one of the best times of my life was junior bowling in Southern California.
That is awesome. Hey, Ron Sims said no. He was talking about 2021. She's not going to tell you that.
Ron, you'll have to wait for that big press release that's going to come out.
Hey, Larry Lieberman.
Oh, Larry. Oh my gosh, so many stories with Larry. He knows the names from the past. He knows who I'm talking about. He can go on and on and on as well. Yeah. Larry, he had the lowrider truck that would go through the parking lot of Hollywood Star Lanes. Oh, and don't hit the cardboard boxes because sometimes there were somebody living in it.
Wow. Dewan said, when did you and Jason start dating?
Oh, geez. 1993.
Okay.
1993. We dated for on and off and on and off. I liked him. I hated him. He liked me. He hated. I mean, and now we're married and have a daughter. I mean, look at what happens. But yes, 1993. It's all because of you, Dewan. You had us bowling in youth bowling leagues together.
Look at me. Oh yeah, we answered. You answered that one because wait, maybe you did it. I don't know. It says in your current job, you are not eligible to compete. Do you sometimes have the fire to still compete?
Oh yeah, I'm not eligible to compete in PWA events or USBC events. Women's championships, open championships for any money. That's when you're the one making the rules or enforcing the rules.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't really look good if I'm bowling the tournament. I have to make a rules call. For me, it's just I'll be like, yeah, I didn't foul, I didn't pass, but That's
so funny when you see people do that now, and they like, look, damn, my foot's not even past it, dude. The light hasn't went off all day, and all of a sudden, when you really want that shot, the light goes off, and now you're looking down like, oh, what happened? Like, dude, come on now.
Yeah, the light doesn't even have to go off. I mean, if you the rule says if you encroach upon that foul line, that means you fouled. That's a foul. So, but
hey, I'm all for it.
That's the tournament director hat that I've memorized all these rules at this point. But I do go bowl the women's championships and open championships just for years and scores.
Yes.
I go with as a team builder. We go with fellow employees and have a good time. But yeah, I still practice for it before I go. I still throw some because I don't want to suck. I still want to bowl good.
How often do you practice?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. No, unless there's a team builder coming. I got 10 minutes of practice of league, and that's about it. Wow. But I have not touched a bowling ball since March.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of us. Yeah. That's a lot of us.
But I thought about it the other day. I thought about once things start opening up again, to sneaking out there and throwing a shot. But I'm a little nervous to do so because I don't want to go slow. I just want to go. I just want to bowl.
Well, look, hey, Texas is open.
Texas it is.
It's open. Go grab your stuff and just boom, just go.
I know. I need to.
Just go. Yes, just go. Like don't tell Jason like, oh honey, I'll be back. And just
I think maybe I'll go on Father's Day.
Boo.
You should spend time with Abby.
Yes, centers are open in Texas, Regina.
Yes, they are. They are alive and well and starting.
I don't know about well. They are alive right now, but well, I don't know.
Well is a relative term as they're becoming better. People are starting to go bowling. Yeah,
well, like I said, I'll be there next weekend bowling at Plano, and my mask. See, coming from California, we wear masks everywhere, and I will have my mask on because I just don't know.
Yes, we still wear our mask when we go into the stores. We still have it. It's just part of you now. Right. Yeah. It's just part of it. But it's okay. So Okay, but can I turn the tables for a moment?
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
Okay, so you're bowling at Plano next weekend.
Yes.
What are you bowling?
It's a tournament. Do you know Chris Turner?
Uh-huh.
It's Chris Turner's tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. It's a team tournament.
And is it Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday is the team and Sunday is a doubles.
All right. All right. And you're bowling both days?
I am.
All right.
Yes. Both days.
Abby,
yeah, come on down. Come on down and visit.
Softball tournament. She's got a softball tournament on Saturday, but Sunday might not. And that might just give me a good opportunity to drive out to Plano because I made you something. But I got to fix it. I got to fix it.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I want to show people for you. Oh. I'll make you something else too. But in the meantime, this one might not. It's a bow tie with Baby Yoda.
It's a bow tie. What like Yoda? Oh,
Baby Yoda.
That is. I like that.
No, I gotta perfect it. I gotta perfect it. You know, he just.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So now that I know Yoda is in the picture of my future in bow tie, I have to get a Yoda shirt. I have to match. You know me. I am a stickler when it comes to outfits.
You got to match.
I have to match. And it's already crazy because I know next weekend I'll be gone. Like I've been in the closet, like what shirts am I going to take to Texas already? And it's bad because I feel like I'm a chick. Because, you know, it's just like ladies like, it takes forever to get dressed. That's me when it comes to bowling attire. So, yeah.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Just bring your boots. You'll fit right in.
Like I bowl with Wanda Parker for doubles.
Oh, fun.
So I'm going to text Wanda and say, hey, Wanda, what are we wearing for doubles? Or, you know, color-wise, you know, so we can kind of, you know, match up. You got
to sort of match it somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the big question is do you match your bowling equipment to your attire?
No, because I never know what ball I have to throw. So it's kind of hard, but I have thrown a couple of balls to where I have kind of matched the bowling ball and people look at me like, dude, did you really throw that ball and match the same way? I'm like, no, it just kind of, that's the ball that's working. So it kind of works that way.
You got to let them think that you did it that way. So they're like, oh, what's he thinking? Yeah, you never give away the secrets.
Oh, man, yeah. So, yeah, mine. And like I said, a lot of people, it's so crazy because a lot of people do like just say, hey, I found a bow tie or I seen this when I was in the store. So, you know, some from my bow tie collection has come from a lot of just friends or bowlers that, you know, I've run across.
Well, perfect. And I may have one or two, but the big question of the bow tie, and excuse me if this is rude to ask, but is it a real bow tie or is it a clip-on bow tie?
Oh, no, I do both.
Okay.
I do both. Actually, I do three ways now. See, I'm kind of giving up this, like you're kind of interviewing me, but I'm going to give you a little.
I'm sorry. It's just.
You know, I'm going to give you a little. I do, you know, like the, you know, wrap around bow tie. I tie a bow tie and I tie a regular tie into a bow tie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where's the YouTube on that?
It's on there.
No, from you doing it.
No. I can't see. No, I looked at somebody else's video for at least, I don't know how many hours. And I was like, how is he doing that? And I was doing it. And I was like, no, that's not it. I had to restart or rewind a little bit. Oh, no. Trust me, it is not easy. But when you do the tie right, oh my gosh, it's. Oh.
All right. So I won't feel so bad if I don't make it like a real bow tie.
No, not at all. Right. I will make it look good. Don't worry. Yes.
All right. Sorry. I'll go back to the guest.
Oh, man. Oh, it's okay. This is what it's all about right here. This is what it's all about. Look, it must be exciting watching Abby enjoy bowling. Do you ever give her tips?
Well, I've tried, but of course it doesn't all, what does mom know? She knows I'm just mom. Mom knows nothing about bowling. Mom just, works bowling. She works for bowling. She doesn't, what do you know? I mean, Abby never got to see mom bowl. I had already pretty much stopped by the time she was old enough to know what was going on. But she knows that mom has been on television once or twice, but she don't listen to mommy tips because, again, because I'm mom and I know nothing about bowling.
But you have YouTube. I'm sure you're on YouTube.
I am, but she doesn't really watch.
You have to show her just once. Like, just look at mommy real quick. Just look at mom. You have to.
When in 2000, well, what year was that I was inducted to the Hall of Fame? I got inducted to USBC Hall of Fame, and she got to go to the ceremony. And they had a highlight reel, and I saw her crying.
No way.
So she knows.
Now, how touching when you turn around and see your daughter crying. What did that do to you?
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It's because she's crying because she's happy and she's proud, which makes it 10 times worse than if she was, skinned her knee off of a scooter. I mean, because
you would prefer her to hurt herself and say, hey, yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Let's put a Band-Aid on this and go. But her crying for mommy with that proud moment, there's nothing you can do but go over there and just hold her.
Oh, you just, try to suck it up and, don't become a blubbery mess. And, I'm a blubbery mess. I'm very sensitive when it comes to happy things like that. I'm not so much the, follow the rules, mean person. I have a heart. I do. Half of it's black, half of it's, really red, like the Queen of Hearts, but it's there.
That is funny. Hey, what age did you start?
I started bowling when I was 3. My mom and dad bowled at Orange Bowl, and I'd go with them when they bowled league, and they would let me bowl when they were done. I could go and throw a couple shots here and there, and my mom and dad both told me I could join a league when I learned to bowl with one hand. And so I'd go out there all the time, and because I just run and push the ball because I wasn't strong enough.
Right.
But I learned to throw it with one hand so I could bowl league like my sister and my brother.
So who's the better one out of the family? Of course, you.
I ended up going on to become better because my sister stopped. My sister would have been better.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I know. Yep. But it wasn't her thing anymore.
Hey, what was your biggest bowling accomplishment? PBA, juniors, league, just your biggest bowling accomplishment?
Physical bowling accomplishment. I mean, biggest accomplishment, obviously was getting inducted to the USBC Hall of Fame. But I would say my first win out on the PWBA tour, and that was the U.S. Women's Open in 2000. That was pretty amazing. I got to do it in an arena finals, big arena finals, the Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona. Was a rookie out on tour. Was only, I think, my second singles show, and it was the men and women were bowling together, and Robert Smith, who I bowled juniors with, he won that same tournament. So we won it together.
That's awesome.
So it was that SoCal connection on that event. It was, that one was pretty special. That one will always rank high with me.
Okay. Now, what was your most memorable moment on the lanes?
Memorable.
Yeah, something you will never, ever forget.
Jeez. I don't know. It's kind of all a blur. Gee, wow. I don't know. I mean, I've had so many memorable moments with so many different people. I've gotten to compete with amazing individuals and team environments. And I think being able to be in, the background of a team, because I was never the leader of the team. I never felt that way. I always felt I was just a component. And being able to just sit back and talk
Right.
With the team, that to me was probably things that I'll cherish. Those are my most memorable, is really being in the background of superstars and just talking and just having fun. And we never really talked about bowling a whole lot. Once in a while we talked about bowling, but it was really just talking to calm nerves.
Right.
You needed somebody to get up and strike. It was never, well, you need to strike. It was, hey, what are we gonna have for lunch after we finish this thing?
Yeah. I got it. Hey, what made you say, you know what? I want to work for the PWBA?
Oh, well, when you have two high-level executives come to you and say, hey, what do you think about coming and working for PWBA? You start thinking about it. You're like, why? And for those folks to put that trust in me, maybe go, okay, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And being a former athlete out there, to understand it a little bit, what the athletes go through. But on the administrative side, I hope that I don't want them to ever worry about what's going on this side. I want them to focus at being the best athlete that they can be, being the best ambassador for the sport of bowling, and not have to worry about anything on the administrative side of, can I help you input scores, or do you need, where do you have a place for us to bowl next week? I don't want them to worry about that stuff. I need them to focus to be the fabulous ambassadors that they are.
Okay. Hey, Regina asks, I don't know if I asked you that. Does Jason still bowl?
He does. He does still bowl. He bowls in a couple leagues. Not really any tournaments either. We're mainly focusing on Abby a lot of times with Abby bowling updates and softball. But not really bowling tournaments, mixed state, just, fun ones that we can get to when time permits, but definitely still involved in league bowling.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, look, you got.
Oh, Danielle, we were just talking about you earlier and your beautiful cups. And look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, contact this lady for this beautiful cups. But yes, Danielle, love her, love her daughter, Gigi. I just love the Mason family. They're fun. Follow them on social media because they're hilarious.
When this came, I FaceTimed her and Gigi right away. Like, hey, I couldn't stop smiling. I was just like, yes. Thank you to Sparkling Crystals with 2 S's.
Yes, it is. They're the Mason family. Love the Mason family. That they are the epitome of what everything in a family should be in the sport. The support that they give their daughter, and she is just an incredible human being.
She said,
Gigi makes me happy.
She said, this is Gigi. I love you, Tintin.
Oh, I love you. I do. I love Gigi. Loved her from the moment I met her. And if you're ever having a rough day, you just look at Gigi and she will make you smile. And if Gigi's ever having a rough day, it's okay because she's still trying as best she can because that's just her.
That's absolutely amazing. Amazing. Like they said, we got another question for you. How did you turn it around mentally when bowling bad?
Whew. It was a rough go. I had to have a whole team to be able to yell at. A whole team of people that I just yelled at. And you know what the best part of that is? They yelled back at me. That's how I mentally turned it around because they yelled back at me. There was no sugarcoating. I didn't want that. So the moment I can have somebody who can face me up and tell me the truth of, being you were bad, you were good, whatever it was.
Right.
That's how I turned it around. It was don't lie to me. And that's how I got stronger, on the lanes was that team of people who could do that for me.
Hey, those are the people you need in your circle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they beat me up.
Well, that's after you threw the first punch or punches.
I did. Jason had a lot of bruises. He had a lot. He dealt with a lot. Barry Asher, he had, me yelling and screaming and crying, but he'd give it right back to me, yelling and screaming and crying. So I just had a great support system. That's really how you do it. You turn it around because it's not so much of, oh, woe is me. It's a reality check of what it's really like. Wow.
Let's see if you know this guy. Joe Hill III.
I do. She's a champ. Oh my gosh. If I was a almost 11-year-old dealing with this stuff, yeah, I wouldn't understand it, but she's I don't know how I got so lucky.
No, what's crazy is like back in the day, like I can't say back in the day because I'm only 38, but back like even when I was younger, we didn't stay in the house. We wanted to go outside, ride bikes, go here, go to the park. And for these kids now to have to try to kind of be on lockdown and can't do this, I couldn't even imagine what we would have had to do when we were younger. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's an active child, and I try to encourage her, get out there, ride your bike. You have to be outside still. You're still a kid.
Right.
Go get out. But we explain to her what's going on without trying to scare her. But again, we're not hiding anything from her that she can't handle. She asks questions and she gets it, and we just kind of go with it. But she's a champ. She's mentally made it through this, and we just continue to support her and answer any questions that she may have, and continue to check on her. How are you doing today?
Right.
Are you good?
As parents dealing with this, how stressful has it been for you guys?
Oh my gosh. I think with any folks, we didn't plan on becoming stay-at-home teachers. Homeschooling was never in our plan, and we've now become teachers.
Oh, yes.
And God bless every teacher out there. You don't get paid enough to what you do and how you shape the lives of our children. But it's been rough. It's been hard. It's really not. It's not really what we want to do.
Right.
But we've made it through, and I hope for school to come back soon. If they ask, Abby's going to go to school. I want her to go to school. I want her to get social interaction. She misses her friends.
Oh, yes.
She misses her teachers. I can't give her what she needs here. I mean, she can get online. She's way smarter than I am. I'm past that. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Well, she's now in sixth grade, so I have no chance.
No. And it's so crazy because, like I said, working for a school district, and, you know, we're trying to get updates, and they're like, we don't know what's going on. Oh, we're supposed to, you know, open the school, and when we might have an A and B schedule, we might do A and B schedule with some online training from home on a couple of days. I'm like, dude, this is like, and and not just for the people that work for the school district, but for the parents, it's stressful because now we're trying to figure out, well, like I said, for you and Jason, like it may be a little easier because, like, you know, working for the PW, that's not all year. You know, yes, you have to deal with some things, but it's tough. And for some of these parents, man, like I talked to some of the parents that came to the school, and they was like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
How do you keep a kindergarten in front of this right here? How?
Oh, I mean, that's where I'm, you know, Abby's, and, you know, she's just finished up 5th grade, going into 6th grade. So for us, you know, she's older. We can explain things. It's a lot easier for her to be able to be on a Zoom call or to look something up. I mean, she can look up anything and everything. You know, she runs my Instagram. I mean, because I can't do any of that stuff. But for the moms and dads, sisters, brothers, grandmas, grandpas, your team to help even ones that are younger, to try to keep them engaged.
Right.
That to me is where I think it would be tough, because how much schoolwork could you really give them at a time, assuming that they have other brothers and sisters that may need to get on that same device?
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's tough. So like you said, big shout out to all the teachers. But my thing is big shout out to the parents that really, because there were some parents that probably just let their kid do whatever they wanted. But for the parents that really stepped up and didn't let their kids slack, kudos to you guys, man, because I know it was hard. And your kid, son or daughter, will appreciate this when they look back at it and say, man, my mom, dad, they were there when I needed them the most.
Yep. So, and at the end of the night, when you put those kids to bed, kudos to you.
Kudos to you. Absolutely. Because like I said, no, you guys have done it, man. And Tennelle, this has been absolutely amazing. It has. Hey, you tell me this. How was it bowling with Zeke?
Zeke, yes. I got to go bowl a tournament with Zeke, a mixed doubles tournament, thanks to Harvey. Harvey hooked that up, and thanks to Kim for not being able to go. I think she had something with work at the ITRC, to Kim Kearney.
Yeah.
And she's like, Tennelle, you want to go bowl a tournament? And I was like, when? She goes, tomorrow. You got to fly to Maryland.
Tomorrow? Yeah,
it was less than a 24-hour period of, you know, transition. Do you want to bowl? And, you know, Harvey, love Harvey. Thank you, Harvey, for that opportunity. I had a blast. I got to bowl with Zeke. First time I met him there. Didn't know who I was bowling with. I'm like, okay, well, if, you know, Harvey and Kim think he's all right, he must be okay.
Right.
And he was the most amazing mixed doubles partner. I would love to bowl with Zeke again. Anytime, Zeke, if you want to bowl with me again after me being, you know, pretty tough on you, because I didn't sugarcoat it with him either.
Oh,
but we had a blast, had an absolute ball. If anyone gets an opportunity to bowl with Zeke, bowl with Zeke. Bowl with Zeke. He will keep you laughing the whole time. That was so much fun. I want to relive that day again. That was a blast. It was so hot in that bowling center. Sweat was coming out the bottom of my shoes.
And that's like, I don't know if you've seen Zeke when he came on the show, but Zeke talked about it. And he said, dude, it was smoking hot in this bowling alley.
Oh my gosh. You know, things happen outside of our control. We can't control an air conditioning unit going down. I mean, you just got to get through it and come on, we're going to face adversity. We're going to do it. Don't give up. Don't complain. I mean, it goes back to the question about your, you know, mentally, you know, how you turn it around mentally. You got to just stay tough. Don't focus on that stuff because it's out of your control.
Absolutely.
and let everybody else worry about it. You get up there and try your best to do what you can. And, we did that, got to the next day in the finals, and we didn't have an opportunity to win. The people who were ahead were so far ahead. But we came, I think it was from 4th place in the position round to 2nd, which was a big money swing. I mean, a big money swing.
Right.
For Team Harvey. And and we needed Zeke to get all 3 in the 10th. He had to get all 3 in the 10th, and he didn't know the score. He had no clue. And I didn't want him to know. I knew. Harvey knew. I didn't want Zeke to know.
Right.
Because he was just a free spirit, just going up and I'm like, all right, come on. I said, hey, we can't win, but it doesn't mean that you can't strike.
Exactly.
So he got up there, got the first one, and, I'm not competitive or anything. So I just in the background, I'm like, yeah. He got the first one. I'm like, that's it. And he turns around. I'm like, all right, cool. I said, might as well just get another. Like, let's just finish this out. Not a big deal. Just try to keep it calm. He gets up there, bang, he gets the next one. I was like, and I'm like, okay, he needs this one. He needs this one. And I'm watching the scores, and I look at Harvey, and Harvey's like,
hey, I can see Harvey in the back doing that. That's
and Zeke's up at the ball return, and I'm right next to him. I'm like, hey man, it's been a blast. This has been awesome. It's been a great highlight. I love it. I go, come on, just show him what you got. Get one more.
Yeah.
And he gets up there and he gets it, and I'm like on the approach hugging him like we won. We didn't win, but
you took 2nd.
We got a big swing. It teaches you to get every pin you can.
Absolutely.
But, my gosh. Thank you for asking about Zeke on that, because, Zeke.
Yeah,
Zeke,
I love
Zeke. And we need to bowl. I might practice.
Hey, Zeke, I'm going to tell you, hey, Zeke, Tennelle said it's time to get back out there. It's time.
I might practice. Come on. Let's find like a city tournament mixed doubles or something, man.
There you go. Hey, that eagle over your right shoulder, what is that for?
Oh, that one? That is the Merle Matthews Award. It is for extraordinary bowling performance selected by the Southern California Bowling Writers. And that is from the year 2000. A long, long time ago, Southern California had a, oh my God, that's 20 years ago. Oh goodness. Southern California had.
You don't look a bit over 21, so it's okay.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, you're good.
Nothing, that's water. There was the Southern California Bowling Writers, and they had a big banquet that honored bowling, youth, adults, seniors, and their bowler of the years, extraordinary bowling performances. And that year I was awarded with that one. That one stays in I'm sitting in my front dining room area, and that one just kind of sits there with me.
Yeah, you want, like, so when people are, let's see, do you know this young lady?
Oh my gosh, talking about going back in the day. Jeez, old home week here.
What's up, sis? That's my big sis right there.
Oh.
Yeah. I tried to get her to bowl doubles with me. She was like, bro, I am not bowling. I don't feel like it. I was like, come on.
But when she feels like it, she'll strike a ton.
Oh my goodness. A ton. And as much as I hate lefties, I'll bowl with them all day long. I would.
It's always good to have them on your side.
Like Vern Adams. Vern is like one of my guys, and he's a lefty, and
When are you gonna see him again? Please tell him I said hello.
What do you mean? I talk to Vern every day. Me and Vernon talk every day.
Oh my God. Tell him I said hello, please, from both Jason and I.
Yes, I will. Like I said, that's who I'm supposed to go practice with tonight. I don't know if he's going to be up to it or not, but we're supposed to go practice. Yes. Yeah.
I need to get on a plane and get home.
You do. ASAP. ASAP. Yes. Because it's time. And it's so crazy because being in Vegas at that tournament, I didn't even meet you, anything. I talked to everybody else but Miss Tennelle.
I know. And I know it always looks like I'm so busy. I'm not really that busy. So please stop. I mean, if you see my cape flying, that's usually because I got to get down to like a lane where something's happened. I got to be the rules police. But other than that, always anyone that's out there, stop by, say hello. I love talking to folks. I may have to disappear because I get a text because somebody needs me on lanes 3 and 4, and I'm down, 59 and 60. That's how I can, put my running shoes on.
Yeah. But no, like being out there in Vegas that time and watching them, and even I was even down when you guys came down the fountain, and that's when I first met Gigi.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's when I first met Gigi. I was like, I've seen her before, different places, and that's like our first really interaction. I was like, oh, she's like very down to earth, very cool.
The most down, all of them are, all the ladies are, but Gigi, she'll do the robot with you. She'll have, she'll laugh, she'll giggle at anything. Again, like we're talking about, she just puts a smile on your face. She does.
She really does. And it is, and I think that has a lot to do with you. And the reason I say that is just like having, coaching a team. They feed off the energy from the head person. And that is you, Miss Tennelle.
Oh, thanks. I try my best to run, a tight ship out there just for the benefit of the tour. It's not, I don't like for it to be a free for all. It's, it's not just league bowling. It is the Professional Women's Bowling Association. We are a professional group out there. When it comes to have a good time, we'll have a good time. Yeah. Bowl with the pro, we'll have a good time. I always encourage, the athletes to please go out there, mingle with your fans, talk to your fans. You are the influencers.
Right.
There's influencers on the internet. They're the influencers. This is what's going to bring our sport together. No matter what, they're going to look up to you. As a young athlete, that are out there now, they're looking up to what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're wearing, how they brush their hair, anything and everything. This is the generation. They're influencers. But let's have a good time. But on the other side of it, when it's work, we need to work. We need to follow the rules. We need to do all of that stuff. It's not always fun to be the bad guy. It's not always fun to be the bad guy. But you have to. And if you don't, then as I would do as a younger athlete, the inmates ran the asylum.
Yes. For you, like your job title, you run it. How hard is it? Like, do you come home and talk to Jason like, Jason, I really need help with this right now?
It's a lonely job. It's a very lonely, it's a rewarding job. Please don't get me wrong out there when I say it's a lonely job, but it is. Yes, I come home, many phone calls, I can call Jason and not even so much talk about who did what, because that's not relevant. That's not anybody's business on it, but it's I had to do this today and it was hard. Or, man, today's just a rough day. There's all kinds of things going on, again, outside of our control. If a tornado is about to hit the building, we have to be calm about it. We can't be, it can't be that rough. But, when I say lonely, I have a lot of friends that bowl PWBA that I've been friends with for over 20 years. Friends with that, I've just met within the last 10.
Right.
But in those situations, you're not my friend.
Oof.
I'm not making calls because you're my friend. I'm making calls because you're a professional athlete.
Ooh, that's a tough call. Oh, that's a tough call.
Those are the tough calls. Those are the hard ones. But I think all of my friends, they know that. They know that when I hand them a fine slip for whatever may have happened, they just go, really? They sign it, they pay it.
So what do you get a fine for in the PWBA?
Not following the rules, being late to roll call, miss score sheets. Your scores are wrong on your score sheets. You'll get a fine, and so will the person who signed it. Not showing up for a bowl at the pro event. Those types. That's the biggest no-no. You always bowl at the pro events. Just little stuff like that. Those are the ones that are, don't be late to roll call. It sounds like it's really little and petty, but if I allow you to be late to roll call without repercussions on it, then why have a rule?
Like you said, it's a job. It's a job. I can't be late to work and expect them to say, "Oh, it's okay, Brandon, just keep coming late. You're fine." It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So those are the tough ones. My friends, they know they're good. And I find my friends. I find some of my best friends, and I try to hand the fine slip. It's not a secret. It's not, oh, here's your fine. Don't tell anybody. It's, I'll call them out in roll call. Oh, come by and pay your fine. So everybody's the same. Everybody is exactly the same, but it's not always fun.
Oh, man.
It's not always fun, but you have to do it. You have to make sure that our rules are followed, and I think that's why our athletes are who they are, is because they do follow rules and they read the rules of the tournaments that they go to.
Right.
Once in a while I'll get a text that says, "Oh, Tennelle, they didn't follow the rules." And I read them because you taught us to read the rules.
Wow.
So that makes me happy when that stuff does happen and they say, "Well, we read the rules."
Wow. That is wow. Tell the people, hey, they should know by now. If you've been in there for a couple of years now, your rules aren't changing.
No.
You know the rules.
They're the rules. They're there to protect the tournament, the integrity of our sport, of our PWBA tour. They're there to protect the athletes, and they're there to protect the tournament officials.
Absolutely.
If we didn't have rules, then the inmates would run the asylum.
Yeah. And look, guys, Mr. Neal, the warden over here, that's what I'm gonna call her. The warden is not having it.
No, they've nicknamed me Major Milligan.
No way.
But I like the warden. I like that one too.
Hey, Warden Milligan. There you go.
See, absolutely, DeJuan Clark. That right there. This is why I've become the tournament director that I am, is because I had great leadership. Because they did the same. I had great leadership.
Hey, DeJuan came on the show, and with him being the president of TNBA, it's some things with TNBA bowlers don't agree with. And DeJuan came on here, and I can say he absolutely did a very, very amazing job trying to answer all questions, all concerns of what went on. He's not one to hide behind. Even though he's a president, he doesn't have a lot of say-so. Everybody thinks the president made that decision. The president of the United States He's not making no decisions. It's not him, but yeah, he does dumb things. I can say he
Well,
does.
he's just tweeting at midnight bad things.
Like today, like was it today? He came out and said, "Yes, I created Juneteenth." Like what? You created who? Like, dude, wait a minute. Wait, stop.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. So it's that part that people don't understand, and it's like, you know, they. But Dewan did a very great job, and like I said, you are on a whole nother level, and for you to keep the PWA going, and still, and you have the younger generations keep trying to come in, something is going right. You're doing something right. So, you know, we appreciate that.
And that's because I have great mentors. I have great leadership that help me, you know, to this day. You know, if it wasn't for that leadership within USBC and BPAA, and within our PWA group, I couldn't do what I do to the fullest with confidence.
Right.
Because I have their support.
Look, Larry said, there you
Larry
go.
Lieberman, those folks right there. I mean, the list can go on and on. Mary Smith, you know, Barbara Vega. There's so many that I'm missing out there of that group. But if it wasn't for that group from Southern California and keeping us in line as best as they could, yeah, we wouldn't be here. We would not be here.
Yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we get more sponsors like, the PBA or the PWBA?
Who do we get more sponsors like? Or how do we get them?
How do we get probably?
How do we get them? Well, we work with different groups. Strike 10 Entertainment, they help us and to try to secure sponsorships. They're working hard at it. You know, we were working with some groups right before COVID hit. Sadly, you know, this is putting us behind a little bit, but it doesn't mean they're not still talking. It's product. It's getting on television. It's all just about out there and just supporting your sport.
Right.
If we all support our sport and support what, you know, our leaders are trying to do, I think that will help. Social media is an animal.
Yes.
People read social media. People are out there. So if we have a lot of negativity in the social media world, I mean, why would I want to sponsor anything?
Okay. Now my question, well, like you said, you work with different sponsors. Mm-hmm. It's just like the NBA and the WNBA. The NBA gets paid millions and millions of dollars, but the WNBA gets paid crumbs. PBA gets paid some pretty good money. PWBA gets paid okay, you know? What do you have to do to try to get you guys
as females?
Yes.
I wish I had
doing the same sport. It's not like basketball. It's a little different. You know, guys are out there dunking. Everybody likes the excitement. Women, it's not really as much excitement. Yes, the game is still fundamentally, but bowling is the same thing now. You have women that can hook the ball. You have women that can play straight, women that can strike. So why the difference?
I wish I had a good answer for you. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I don't know the answer to that one.
Damn it, Tennelle.
No, I know. I'm just a tournament director. I'm just kidding. I wish I knew. I mean, I can go back and we can look at it. I mean, look at all the fights that they're having within sports right now and other sports. I mean, I think a lot of that comes down to TV deals, you know, TV rights of what we're out there and, you know, what we're doing now and what we have, you know, with television. I think we're on the right track, you know, to be able to have something, you know, darn you COVID for stopping our season because we were on to big things this year. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen eventually, but I wish I had a really good answer of why we can't have, NBA money.
Absolutely. And Regina, you're absolutely right. I coach basketball, and I encourage my boys to watch women's basketball because of the fundamentals. The fundamentals are sound. It's not, I'm about to try to cross this or do this or go around. Women basketball it's like I said, it's no dunking. Maybe a couple here and there, but the fundamentals. It is just like in bowling. It's just like in golf. A woman doesn't have the strongest swing, but her swing is nice and smooth, and the ball still goes a nice distance.
It might not go 500 yards.
Right. But you're absolutely right.
But it's still going to be the fundamentals. I think that's the difference in a lot of with sports is, with women's sports, it's the fundamentals.
Yes.
It's, if you're going to teach somebody the sport, you're going to say, hey, watch this person, watch this person. Now, is it really fun to watch, young athletes, EJ Tackett, Jason Bowtie, all of those guys out there just rev it up and hope. It is fun. Right. I enjoy watching that. That's fun. But I enjoy watching that knowing that I can't do that. I can't do that. I cannot physically do that. But I can physically bowl like Liz Johnson. I can have a nice sound game, easy. Yeah. I'm going to make my spares, but that's where you're going to teach the fundamentals on it. And I hope one day we become bigger and better and become equal on all levels of all sports. But it's just going to take some time. And unfortunately, I don't have the answer to, Mark Cuban, to knock on his door down the highway.
Down the highway. Go knock on him and say, hey, Mark, look, dude. Hey, seriously. No.
Yeah, he's got bigger fish to fry right now to try to figure out what they're trying to do in their season. But
absolutely,
I'm rooting for all sports. I root for everybody to succeed, just to make it better for everyone.
No, you're right. Because like I said, I just like I said it, even though I'm not on tour, but I do want to see equality in all sports, and especially me being a bowler, I just don't understand. Like, if you look at Walter Ray, he's a down and in player, down and in, down and in.
He can bowl two-handed now. Have you watched him lately?
Two hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can do it.
But it's just like Liz Johnson. She's like she likes to play straight. Mm-hmm. But look how many times she's won. Just because. And I like it's so crazy. It's not like they can't bowl. They do the same thing the guys do. The guys may hook it a lot more, or some guys may hook it a lot more than some women. Some women hook it a lot more than some guys. What difference does it make? They're both bowling. They're both knocking pins down. They both are throwing a round item down the lane. The lane is 60 feet. What's the difference? But I hate, I'm just a guy that wears a bow tie. Don't pay attention to me.
Hey, but I hope you make TV one day and you're bowling in your bow tie. Because that could change everything.
I'm on YouTube and I lost to Chris Barnes by one pin.
Oh, see this? You know what that is?
Yeah.
My daughter taught me this. Tragic.
But Chris is my buddy. So is Linda. I love them dearly. Those are my folks.
They are. I had the privilege to bowl with Linda many, many times, and this picture over my shoulder is when we won one of our women's championship tournaments, and our doubles trophies are back there. Love Linda. I bowled with Chris and Lucy one time. That was fun because, people are like, oh my gosh, you said that to Chris Barnes? I said, yeah, I told him he sucked.
Wait, no way.
But that's okay because he told me the same thing. So we're good.
We're okay. Yeah.
We're okay. We have a great love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
But the beauty of that is neither one of us is going to sugarcoat it for the other.
Hey, and like I said, that's what we need. Like I said, just because I know me. I know when I'm bowling bad, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. And I'm working on it. I'm really, really working on it.
But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with if you are not in a good place to step away. Because if you are in a bad place and somebody tries to you will explode, and that is not good. Go back to that question before about how do you mentally.
Yes.
It's okay. And the people that you're bowling with, they need to give them a minute. And then you can come back.
Okay.
That's you. Hopefully that's not you in Plano this week. Hopefully it's all good.
No. When I get to play, I haven't bowled really competitively since I don't even know the last tournament. Maybe March, I think was my last tournament. But that's something I really need to work on, because if I throw the ball bad and I miss a spare or something, I get on myself. It's not that I'm worried about nobody else. It's me. I'm beating myself up, and I need to really figure out how to channel that in and get rid of it.
You just how do you turn all that negativity into that positive vibe that's right here that makes you burst to be able to put it on the lanes without being pissed off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But is there anything else that we haven't asked you that you want to share with us?
Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I've had such a good time just chatting and, looking back, reminiscing about, some of the old days on there. And, I could say I could do this for a long time and just get a lot of folks together. I think that'd be fun to have one big reunion call. Larry Lieberman, if you're still on there, set that up. I'm delegating that to Larry. Larry, but I mean, there's just so much. I just, just thank you. Thank you for the time.
That right there make you feel good. When I started, LJ says when he started bowling, he paid more attention to the ladies' game so much more than the men.
Yes, absolutely. We will fundamentally teach you bowling. Yes. To be able to know that I can do that. Not that the men can't. The men are amazing athletes.
Right.
But that's a whole different craft as to what they can do.
Absolutely.
Compared to what we can do.
Yeah. But no. Tennelle, it's been absolutely amazing to have you on, for you to share your story, for you to just give us insight about Tennelle, not the tournament director, and sometimes not even the bowler, but Tennelle as the person.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not always so much the little devil that you may see if you're ever at a tournament. I am a real person.
You are, absolutely. But like I said, when you have to work, you have to work. And like I said, we all have to make those hard decisions, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and I started off the show saying about Jason and I, my husband, we're bowling nerds.
Yeah.
But we are truly bowling fans. We love bowling. If it wasn't for the sport, I don't know where I would be. I have no clue. And I cherish everybody that I've ever met. I've cherished, the folks that I may meet in the future.
Yes.
I mean, our bowling community is so small that I just believe that if anything were to happen to somebody, we would be there for them, whether we like them or not.
Absolutely.
We put our differences aside. So thank you. Thank you for bringing all of us together on these shows, because it's what was missing, I think, from our bowling community.
And it's so funny because I never thought ever in a day in my life I would be on a computer talking to people from around the world. Like at first I was doing it 5 days a week, but sometimes I was just tired, but I still did it because people were looking forward to seeing what was going on. So now I do it 3 days a week, and I absolutely love it. I look forward to having my shows and wondering, what's their story? trying to reach out to people that I think they may know to do their homework so I can generate questions, and just things like that make me feel good to know that, you come on sharing your story, opening up your heart to us, because a lot of people don't. They keep that stuff closed in, and all we know is the person we see in the bowling alley.
Yeah. And everybody has a story. Everybody has a story.
Yes.
Everybody can talk and do all of that, but it's I look forward to listening to more of your podcasts and learning about others, because I learn. So you think you know somebody, like you said, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that about them.
Yes, and I talk to Vern every day. Vern and Jello Gray. I talk to them every day. So they both came on the show and they said some stuff, and I don't know if I told them, but in my mind, I was like, dude, I talk to you every day. I never knew that. It was certain things like that. And I was just like, dang, when you thought you knew someone,
It's the education, it's history, it's learning, different things that happened at different time frames. And, I want to do a shameless plug just on the PWBA real quick. Starting tomorrow, we're going to have during Curtis Von Kruger's show, The Gauntlet, we're going to start introducing some history of PWBA's top 20 seasons of all time.
Oh.
So it's just to educate people who may not have known what had happened in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, a little bit of 2000s.
Right.
And go, oh, I didn't know that person did that. So if you can tune in and learn the history
or whatever it is, so I can share it. Absolutely,
yes.
Seriously.
Yes, we will. We will absolutely do that. But it's just the history of PWBA, LPBT, and letting everybody know that there was other things besides what's going on now.
Yes, and look, Andrea, she likes that. She says, "Awesome news."
It's going to be awesome. I got a sneak peek.
Ooh. Ooh, look, she's teasing us. Look, you could see the excitement in her face right now. She's like,
and that's just because I'm such a bowling fan. We talked about being a bowling fan and, lessons and memories. You asked earlier about what do you remember? And I remember being on the lanes at that US Open where you had the men every other pair from the ladies.
right.
And I'm watching, history happen. And not me as a competitor, but me as a bowling, like a little girl, like a bowling fan, and going, oh, well, hold on, you got to focus on your shots. But I will pay to go watch bowling.
Here's another guy.
Oh, Carl. Oh, but we will, pay to go in, pay to watch these people. I just love it. So, Mr. Bowtie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, absolutely. This is the beginning of a friendship right here.
I love it. I'm honored. So, thank you.
Hey, and hopefully, if you're not busy next Sunday, you might just pop in.
I may have some additional little additions to your collection.
Yes. And trust me, whenever I wear it, you will get tagged. Be ready. I'm like, thank you to my friend Tennelle. She has, completed the outfits. Yes.
See, people don't know I'm crafty like that. Look at that.
Yes. Look, Tennelle doesn't only set rules. Yes, but no, Tennelle, it has been absolutely great. Thank you for your time. I don't know Jason, but tell Jason I said hello. Tell Abby I said hello.
You can quiz him on anything to do with bowling, and he will have that answer like that.
All right. Well, look, I look forward to meeting you guys.
So. Absolutely, we look forward to it, and I'm a hugger.
Oh crap! I am a hugger as well, so don't worry.
So if I happen to get out there, I will have my mask.
I will too. But like I said, when I give hugs, I like hug. It's not like a boom and just, I was like, yes, it's finally good to meet you. Boom.
Well, you got to remember, Ed Gardner is part of my family, so you know where I get my hugs.
Yes. Ed is that's my buddy. Ed is my buddy. Yes. But look, thank you. And I said it is such an honor. Keep doing what you're doing for the PWBA because I am a supporter of them and I appreciate everything, all the work you're doing for them. And I was disappointed not to see the PWBA go out, but I know you guys have great things coming ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's not a bad thing for people to be sad and disappointed because that means you guys loved us.
Absolutely.
So we're on pause. We'll be back.
Yes. So thank you. And I will talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye, Tennelle. Guys, that was Tennelle Milligan. If you guys missed that story, go back and listen to it. She is doing absolutely great work for the PWBA. It was sad news that she did not get the season did not get going because they had some great things ahead, but they have even better things looking forward. So let me pause. I want to say happy Father's Day to all my fathers out there, man. Keep doing the great job. You know, we don't get enough recognition. I believe we don't get enough recognition out there. So I wanted to say to all my fathers out there, if you're not listening, if you're listening, Big Carl, whoever else is out there, man, and has kids, dude, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I just wanted, like I said, happy Father's Day to you all from the Bowtie man himself, man. I love you guys. And, oh my gosh, you guys, man, you have no idea. You have no idea what Father's Day really means. It's a day for us, to appreciate the hard work that we've put in over the years, to see our kids succeed. So you guys need that day to kick back and just to relax. Just relax, man. So let me see. I want to say Tuesday, I have Davon Radford coming on. Next week, Tuesday, Davon Radford. Wednesday, I have Gerald Baker Jr. Thursday, Novella Daniels is coming on. Yes, I got 3 shows next week. And I got some stuff lined up for the following week, but I'm not going to tell you guys who it is yet. So y'all just got to tune in. Hit that share button. Dude, let's get the everything going, man. All right, you guys enjoy your day. Happy Friday tomorrow to you guys, man. Be safe and let's do what we do, man. You guys already know how I begin the show is how I end the show. And eventually my video is coming soon. I'm going to do a video.
I got a strike while the iron is hot. One of one, don't follow flocks. Man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 blower. Yeah, I'm fresh out the shop. Let's talk bowling. I'm an expert on the lane. Yeah, smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game. And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless an X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cup for the right vibe. I got the answers. You going live with Bowtie.
Yo, you guys don't know, man. Hey, that is my theme song, guys. Like, hands down. But like I said, man, thank you to Tennelle for spending a good hour and something minutes with us. She spent about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, just giving us bowling history, giving us her story. So I just want to say thank you to Tennelle. Thank you guys for tuning in, shooting your questions and everything else. Hit that share button. If you guys don't know somebody that has YouTube, Facebook, tell them you can find me on YouTube as well. Hey, as always, be safe, love your family, and guys, until next week, next Tuesday, I see you guys, man, and hey, love you guys, man. Bowtie out. Peace.